Ever wonder how your thoughts can change your life? It's pretty wild stuff, and I'm here to break it down for you. If you're excited to learn about this mind-blowing concept, hit that like button right now. So picture this. For centuries, people have been fascinated by the idea that we can shape our world with our thoughts. It's not just some new age mumbo-jumbo. We're talking ancient wisdom from yogis and monks who really got deep into this stuff. They figured out that our minds are like super powerful tools that can totally transform how we see and experience everything around us. These spiritual gurus discovered that if you can master your attention, you can break through the ordinary way of seeing things and tap into some seriously deep layers of existence. It's like unlocking a secret level in a video game. But in real life, they believe that reality isn't set in stone. It's more like a fluid that we can mold with our thoughts and focus. Pretty cool, huh? Now let's break it down a bit. Think of your attention like a spotlight. Whatever you shine it on becomes super clear and important. When you focus on specific thoughts or intentions, it's like you're sending out a signal to the universe. And boom, you start attracting experiences that match what you're thinking about. It's not just some philosophical idea. This stuff has real-world impact on how we live our lives every single day. I'm going to show you some awesome tricks to make this work for you. Whether you're looking to level up your personal life, boost your relationships, or crush it in your career, focusing your mind the right way can help. We'll talk about things like visualizing what you want and being more mindful. Trust me, it's gonna be a game changer. So are you ready to unlock the secrets of your mind? Let's dive in and discover how to create the life you've always dreamed of. It's all about using your attention in the right way. Now let's dive deeper into how attention and reality are connected. It's like this. When you focus your thoughts and intentions on something specific, you're basically aligning all your mental and emotional energy. It's like creating a super magnet that attracts experiences that match what you're thinking about. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you dial into the right frequency, you start picking up the station you want to hear. So we got to be careful where we point our attention. Imagine your life is like a huge ship, and your attention is the steering wheel. If you let random stuff distract you, it's like letting the wind blow your ship wherever. But if you keep your hands on the wheel and focus on where you want to go, you'll get there. When you stay focused on what you want, it's easier to make choices that'll get you there. It's like having a GPS for your life. You always know which way to go. And get this, when you really immerse yourself in your thoughts and visualizations, it's like creating a vivid mental movie of your life. When you can feel the emotions of achieving your goals, it builds up this sense of belief and expectation that can actually push you towards making those dreams a reality. It's not just about motivation, it's about fully committing to making your goals happen. By understanding how attention and reality are linked, you're unlocking this incredible potential to create a life that truly reflects what you want deep down. So embrace this power of focused attention and watch how your reality starts to shift and align with your intentions. It's like having a superpower. Use it wisely. If you're ready to harness this superpower and want more tips on mastering your attention, hit that subscribe button. We'll be diving even deeper into these life-changing techniques in future videos. Now let's talk about something that might be holding you back without you even realizing it. Stagnant energy. You know that feeling when you're stuck in a rut, facing the same old problems over and over? That's often because of energy blockages in your life. These blockages can show up as frustration, feeling stuck, or even physical aches and pains. It's like you're caught in a loop, dealing with the same challenges again and again. Think of it like this. Imagine your life energy is a river. When it's flowing freely, everything around it thrives. Plants grow, animals have water to drink. It's all good. But what happens when that river gets clogged up with fallen trees or rocks? The water becomes stagnant, and everything around it starts to suffer. That's exactly what happens when we have energy blockages in our lives. We get stuck, and it affects everything around us. So, how do we fix this? First, we need to become aware of where we might be stuck. Take a moment to think about areas in your life where you feel like you're not making progress, or where you keep running into the same problems. Once you've identified these areas, it's time to start clearing out those blockages. There are tons of ways to get that energy flowing again. You could try mindfulness exercises, meditation, or even energy healing techniques. The key is to find what works for you and stick with it. By actively working on balancing your energy, you can break free from those repetitive cycles and make room for new opportunities and growth. This journey of self-discovery and healing is all about reclaiming your energy and creating a life that's vibrant and fulfilling. It's not always easy, but trust me, it's so worth it. You've got the power to break free from what's holding you back and create the life you really want. Now let's dive into something super interesting: the difference between polar and non-polar attention. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Polar attention is like having a super strong focus that either pulls you towards something or pushes you away from it. It's kind of like a magnet. You're either really attracted to certain thoughts or situations, or you're totally repelled by them. For example, when you're really focused on achieving something positive, you might find opportunities popping up all over the place. But on the flip side, if you're always worrying about bad things happening, you might end up attracting more negative experiences. It's like the universe is responding to where you're putting your mental energy. Now, non-polar attention is a whole different ballgame. It's like being a neutral observer of your own thoughts and feelings. Instead of getting all caught up in whether something is good or bad, you just notice it without judging. This is super helpful when you want to understand yourself better or figure out why you react to things in certain ways. It's like stepping back and watching your thoughts and emotions like they're a movie. You can see what's happening without getting totally wrapped up in it. Here's why this matters. Your perspective shapes your reality. By learning to shift between polar and non-polar attention, you're giving yourself more control over how you see and experience the world. When you can step back and observe without judgment, you start to see things more clearly. You're not just reacting based on attraction or repulsion, you're understanding the bigger picture. This is where it gets really cool. By mastering this skill, you can create a more balanced and fulfilling reality for yourself. You're not at the mercy of your automatic reactions anymore. Instead, you're navigating life with greater awareness and intention. It's like unlocking a new level of consciousness that lets you explore the depths of your mind and really understand how your focus impacts your life. So next time you find yourself having a strong reaction to something, try stepping back and observing it with non-polar attention. You might be surprised at what you discover about yourself and the world around you. All right, let's talk about something that's super important but often overlooked: how our emotions affect what we focus on and what we attract into our lives. You've probably heard of the law of attraction, right? It's this idea that like attracts like. Well, it turns out our emotions play a huge role in this process. Think about it. When you're feeling really happy, grateful, or full of love, doesn't it seem like more good things start happening? That's because these positive emotions create a kind of vibe that attracts similar positive experiences. It's like you're tuning into a frequency of abundance and opportunities. On the flip side, when we're stuck in negative emotions, we might find ourselves attracting more of what we don't want. So here's the deal. Focusing on positivity is key if you want to attract more good stuff into your life. When we consciously direct our attention to uplifting thoughts and feelings, it's like we're opening ourselves up to a flow of positive energy. This doesn't just make us feel better. It actually helps us notice and grab onto opportunities we might have missed otherwise. For example, let's say you're facing a tough challenge. If you approach it with a positive mindset, you're more likely to come up with creative solutions and attract people who can help you. It's like you're wearing special glasses that help you see the silver lining in every cloud. Now, I know it's not always easy to stay positive, especially when life gets tough. But here's where you can make a real difference. Start paying attention to your emotional state. Notice when you're feeling down or stuck in negative thoughts. Then try to shift your focus to something more positive. It could be as simple as writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day, or doing something that brings you joy. Speaking of joy, sharing what lifts our mood can be incredibly powerful. Why not leave a comment about something that never fails to boost your spirits? Your idea might be just the inspiration someone else needs. And if you're finding these insights valuable, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It helps spread these positive vibes to more people who might benefit from them. By choosing to elevate your emotions, you're actually redirecting your attention towards what you really want to attract. It's like you're becoming a magnet for all the good stuff life has to offer. And the best part, the more you practice this, the easier it gets. So I challenge you to try this out. Pay attention to your emotions. And when you catch yourself in a negative spiral, consciously choose to focus on something positive. You might be amazed at how this simple shift can start transforming your life. Remember, you have the power to shape your reality through your emotions and attention. Use it wisely and watch as your life fills up with more abundance, joy, and fulfillment than you ever thought possible. Hey guys, let's talk about something that affects all of us every single day: how society shapes what we focus on, and how we see the world. In today's digital age, we're constantly bombarded with information from all sides: social media, news outlets, you name it. And let's be real, a lot of this stuff is designed to grab our attention, even if it's not always in the most positive way. Think about it. How often do you see headlines or posts that are all about drama, fear, or anger? It's like these platforms are playing with our emotions, trying to keep us hooked. And when we're constantly exposed to this kind of content, it can really mess with how we see the world. We might start focusing more on the negative stuff and miss out on all the good things happening around us. One of the biggest issues here is how media often uses emotions, like fear and anger, to keep us engaged. It's like they know these emotions are super powerful, so they use them to keep us clicking and scrolling. But here's the thing, when we're always focused on scary or infuriating news, it can make us feel like the world is a much worse place than it actually is. We might start seeing threats everywhere and forget about all the kindness and good stuff that's also happening. So what can we do about this? Well, it starts with being aware of what we're consuming. Pay attention to how different types of content make you feel. If you notice that certain news sources or social media accounts always leave you feeling anxious or angry, it might be time to take a step back. Instead, try to seek out positive narratives and information. Look for stories about people helping each other, scientific breakthroughs, or environmental progress. Follow accounts that share uplifting content or focus on solutions rather than just problems. It's not about ignoring the challenges in the world. It's about balancing our perspective and remembering that there's a lot of good out there too. Another great tool is mindfulness. Take a moment each day to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What thoughts are running through your mind? By becoming more aware of our inner world, we can start to notice when external influences are affecting us negatively. Remember, you have the power to choose what you focus on. By consciously seeking out more positive and constructive information, you're not just making yourself feel better, you're actually contributing to a more positive narrative in society. It's like you're voting with your attention, supporting the kind of world you want to see. So, I challenge you to take a look at your media diet. Are you feeding your mind with content that helps you grow and feel good, or stuff that just stresses you out? Make a conscious effort to shift towards more positive sources and see how it changes your outlook on life. Trust me, it can make a world of difference. All right, let's dive into something that affects all of us in a big way. How our past experiences, especially from childhood, shape our current relationships. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, but those early years play a huge role in how we connect with people as adults. Think about it like this. Our childhood experiences are like the foundation of a house. If that foundation is strong and stable, it's easier to build healthy relationships on top of it. But if there are cracks or weak spots, we might struggle with trust or connection later in life. For example, if someone grew up feeling neglected or experienced emotional trauma, they might find it really hard to trust others as an adult. They might always be waiting for the other shoe to drop or push people away before they can get too close. On the flip side, people who grew up in nurturing environments might find it easier to form strong, healthy bonds with others. Now here's the important part. Just because you might have had some tough experiences in the past doesn't mean you're doomed to struggle with relationships forever. The first step is recognizing how these past experiences might be affecting you now. It's like shining a light on those hidden patterns that might be messing with your connections. If you find yourself repeating the same patterns in relationships, maybe always ending up with partners who don't treat you well, or always being the one to push people away, it might be time to do some digging into your past. This isn't about blaming anyone, it's about understanding yourself better so you can make positive changes. There are lots of ways to start healing those old wounds. Talking to a therapist can be super helpful. They're like guides who can help you navigate through your past and understand how it's affecting your present. Journaling is another great tool. Writing about your experiences and feelings can help you process them and spot patterns you might not have noticed before. Sharing experiences can be incredibly powerful in the healing process. If you found a particular method helpful in overcoming past relationship challenges, consider leaving a comment about it. Your insight could be the breakthrough someone else needs. And if you're finding value in these discussions about personal growth, hit that subscribe button. It ensures you don't miss out on future videos that could provide more helpful insights on your journey to healthier relationships. The goal here is to break free from those negative cycles that might be holding you back. It's about recognizing when you're reacting based on old hurts rather than what's actually happening in the present. By working through these issues, you're giving yourself the chance to create healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Remember, this journey of healing and growth is all about you. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of the past so you can build the kind of connections you really want. It might not always be easy, but trust me, it's so worth it. You deserve to have loving, supportive relationships, and by understanding and healing your past, you're taking a huge step towards making that happen. So if you find yourself struggling in relationships, take a moment to reflect on your past. Be kind to yourself as you explore these experiences, and don't be afraid to seek support if you need it. You've got the power to break free from old patterns and create the loving connections you deserve. Now let's talk about something super powerful that can really change the game when it comes to personal growth. It's called non-polar attention. Don't worry if it sounds a bit fancy. I'll break it down for you in a way that's easy to understand and use in your everyday life. So non-polar attention is like having this super cool, neutral way of looking at your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Instead of immediately labeling things as good or bad, you just observe them without any judgment. It's like being a scientist studying your own mind. You're curious and open to whatever you find. One of the best things about this approach is that it helps you see your experiences without getting all tangled up in them. For example, let's say you're feeling angry. Instead of thinking, "Oh no, I shouldn't be angry, this is bad," you just notice, there's anger here. This simple shift can be incredibly freeing. It allows you to understand your emotions without being controlled by them. Practicing this kind of neutral attention can lead to some amazing benefits. It can help you become more self-aware, which is like having a superpower in personal development. When you can see your thoughts and feelings clearly without all the usual drama, you start to understand yourself on a whole new level. This can lead to better decision-making, improved relationships, and a greater sense of peace in your life. Another awesome thing about non-polar attention is that it helps you practice acceptance. Now, acceptance doesn't mean you have to like everything that happens or that you can't work to change things. It just means you're willing to see things as they are right now without fighting against reality. This can be incredibly liberating and can actually make it easier to make positive changes in your life. So how can you start practicing this? One great way is through mindfulness meditation. Find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and just notice your thoughts and feelings as they come and go. Don't try to change them or judge them. Just observe. It's like watching clouds float by in the sky. You might also try journaling, writing down your thoughts and feelings without trying to analyze or fix them. Throughout your day, try to catch moments where you can step back and observe your experiences with this neutral attention. Maybe you're stuck in traffic and feeling frustrated. Instead of getting caught up in the anger, just notice, oh, there's frustration here. This simple act of observing can help you detach from the emotion and respond more calmly. Remember, developing non-polar attention is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. Be patient with yourself as you learn. The more you practice, the more natural it will become, and you'll start to notice positive changes in how you handle life's ups and downs. By mastering non-polar perception, you're giving yourself a powerful tool for personal growth and emotional well-being. It's like having a secret weapon against stress and negativity. So give it a try. You might be amazed at how much clearer and calmer your mind can become. All right, awesome viewers. We've been on quite a journey together. We've explored some mind-blowing concepts about how we can shape our reality through the power of our attention and thoughts. Let's recap some of the key points we've covered. We learned that our attention is like a spotlight, illuminating and attracting experiences that match our focus. We discovered how to break free from stagnant energy and unleash our full potential. We explored the difference between polar and non-polar attention and how mastering both can give us more control over our lives. We talked about the crucial role emotions play in shaping our reality and attracting what we want. We uncovered how society and media influence our perceptions and how to take back control of our mental diet. We delved into how our past experiences shape our current relationships and how to heal old wounds for healthier connections. Finally, we learned about the power of non-polar perception in fostering self-awareness and emotional balance. Now, here's the exciting part. You're the architect of your own reality. With the tools and insights we've discussed, you have the power to start building the life you've always dreamed of. It's like you've been given a set of magical building blocks, and now it's up to you to create something amazing. Remember, this isn't about ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about approaching life with awareness, intention, and a belief in your ability to shape your experiences. It's about choosing where to focus your attention and energy and consciously working towards the reality you want to create. So I challenge you to take what you've learned here and put it into practice. Start small. Maybe begin with a daily gratitude practice, or try observing your thoughts without judgment for a few minutes each day. As you get more comfortable, you can start applying these concepts to bigger areas of your life. And hey, don't forget, this journey is yours. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to shaping your reality. Experiment, find what works for you, and most importantly, have fun with it. You're exploring the incredible potential of your own mind, and that's pretty awesome. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you for joining me on this exploration of reality manipulation. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. It's your engagement that keeps this channel growing and helps us reach more people with these life-changing ideas. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. Your thoughts, your focus, your emotions, they're all powerful tools at your disposal. Use them wisely and watch as your world transforms around you.